Imagine standing in front of the one person your heart has always longed for, but the door is locked. No matter how hard you knock, it won't open. Now, what if I told you that closed door is actually your greatest opportunity? When your soulmate's door is closed, the first and most important thing to realize is that it is not a reflection of your inadequacy or a punishment for past mistakes. Often, we are conditioned to believe that love is about timing and luck, that if someone doesn't open their heart to us, it is because we have somehow failed or fallen short. But in reality, a closed door is less about denial and more about preparation. It is the universe's subtle way of redirecting our focus inward, urging us to invest time, energy, and attention into understanding ourselves before we can fully connect with another person. This period of waiting, of facing that sense of rejection or distance, becomes a pivotal moment in your personal growth journey. You are given the rare and invaluable opportunity to step back, detach from the overwhelming urgency of desire, and really examine the layers of your own identity. It is a time to reflect on what you truly want in life, not just in a partner, but in yourself, your ambitions, and your sense of purpose. The idea of self-discovery may sound abstract, but it is profoundly concrete in its impact. While the world may emphasize finding the right person, the first relationship you must nurture is the one with yourself. When your soulmate's door is closed, you have the chance to explore your values, your passions, and your non-negotiables. It is the moment to ask yourself difficult questions that often go unasked in the throes of romantic pursuit. What do I truly need in a partner? What kind of energy am I bringing into relationships? What fears or insecurities am I carrying that might affect the way I connect with others? These questions are not meant to torment you. They are meant to illuminate areas of growth, to help you build the foundation necessary for a healthy, lasting connection. Understanding yourself at this level transforms your approach to relationships entirely. You stop seeking validation externally and begin cultivating it internally. You become someone who is whole on their own, someone whose presence is not dependent on the attention or approval of another. During this period, it is essential to cultivate patience, which is perhaps the most underestimated virtue in matters of the heart. Patience is not passive waiting. It is an active engagement with your own life, your own dreams, and your own emotional growth. Many people, when faced with a closed door, succumb to frustration or despair. They chase, they plead, they manipulate circumstances, believing that force can alter someone else's feelings or timing. But true patience teaches you to respect the natural flow of events, to trust that the universe has its timing, and to honor your own journey in the meantime. When you shift your focus from the closed door to the opportunities around you, friends, hobbies, skills, personal projects, you discover that life continues to offer richness and fulfillment even when your romantic desires are temporarily unmet. This mindset cultivates resilience, a quality that is indispensable in any relationship. A crucial part of growth during this time is learning the art of self-love. Self-love is often misunderstood as mere indulgence or superficial confidence, but in reality, it is a deep acknowledgement of your worth and a commitment to treating yourself with respect and care. When your soulmate's door is closed, it can be tempting to blame yourself or diminish your own value. Self-love counters this by reminding you that you are deserving of affection, kindness, and understanding regardless of external circumstances. It encourages you to nurture your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This might mean establishing routines that bring you joy, pursuing passions you have long neglected, or setting boundaries that protect your energy from people or situations that drain it. Each act of self-care reinforces the message that you are whole independently, preparing you to enter a relationship from a place of strength rather than neediness. Reflection is another critical component of this journey. When your soulmate's door is closed, It invites introspection about your past experiences, patterns, and choices. It encourages you to examine the types of relationships you have had and the lessons embedded within them. Often, we repeat unconscious behaviors because we have not fully processed past emotional experiences. This closed door phase offers a chance to break cycles of unhealthy attachment, to recognize triggers, and to develop emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, which includes the ability to manage your emotions, empathize with others, and navigate social complexities, becomes an essential skill not only in love, but in all aspects of life. By reflecting deeply, you gain clarity about what is non-negotiable, what compromises are acceptable, and what boundaries are necessary to maintain balance and respect in your future relationship. Growth also involves expanding your understanding of connection beyond romantic ideals. While the concept of a soulmate often centers on romantic fulfillment, human connection is multifaceted. By investing in friendships, family, mentorships, and community, you enrich your relational capacity. You learn to communicate more effectively, to listen more deeply, and to give and receive love in its many forms. These experiences serve as a rehearsal, preparing your heart to engage with a soulmate when the time is right. You begin to appreciate the subtleties of intimacy, the importance of mutual respect, and the beauty of shared experiences that do not rely solely on romantic attraction. In doing so, you become someone who is emotionally agile, empathetic, and capable of sustaining a profound connection. Another element of personal growth is embracing the discomfort and uncertainty of the closed door period. Human nature often recoils from ambiguity. We crave answers, clarity, and closure. Yet life rarely presents these neatly packaged. Learning to sit with uncertainty, to tolerate not knowing, is a transformative skill. It trains you to become adaptable, resilient, and patient. You recognize that closure is not always immediate and that timing cannot be rushed. By embracing discomfort, you cultivate a deeper sense of trust, not just in others, but in yourself and in the unfolding of life. Creativity and self-expression also flourish during this phase. When external focus is limited by a closed door, internal energy often seeks outlets. Writing, art, music, or other forms of personal expression become vehicles for processing emotion, exploring identity, and articulating desires that might otherwise remain suppressed. These acts of creation serve both as therapy and as preparation, refining your sensitivity, intuition, and awareness, qualities that are invaluable in a soulmate relationship. Through expression, you learn to communicate honestly, to confront vulnerability, and to celebrate your uniqueness. Spiritual growth often accompanies these experiences as well. Many people find that a closed door prompts them to search for meaning beyond the immediate, to question their place in the universe, and to seek guidance from higher principles or beliefs. This spiritual exploration strengthens resilience, cultivates inner peace, and aligns your priorities with deeper values. Whether through meditation, prayer, reflection, or study, you develop a groundedness that stabilizes your emotional life and enriches your capacity to connect with a soulmate in the future. Finally, as you navigate this period, you learn the power of gratitude. Even when things do not align with your immediate desires, finding reasons to be grateful shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude allows you to appreciate personal growth, relationships, opportunities, and the lessons embedded in challenge. It transforms frustration into acceptance, disappointment into insight, and waiting into active preparation. The energy you cultivate through gratitude attracts positivity and aligns you with the kind of connection that is not just convenient but meaningful, nourishing, and enduring. When a closed door appears in front of you, it is easy to interpret it as the end of the road, as a definitive no from the universe, or a sign that what you desire will never be yours. But in reality, a closed door is rarely a permanent barrier. It is often a signal, a subtle, sometimes frustrating, but necessary cue to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. Life rarely unfolds in straight lines, and the path to meaningful relationships is no exception. Understanding this allows you to see that a closed door is not a dead end. It is an opportunity to rethink your approach, reflect on your choices, and prepare for the right timing. The first step in this process is acknowledging the difference between rejection and timing. Rejection implies a personal inadequacy, a failure, or a shortcoming in your character. Timing, on the other hand, is neutral. It is simply a matter of life's rhythms, circumstances, and readiness. Recognizing this distinction prevents you from internalizing the closed door as a reflection of your worth. Rethinking begins with asking yourself crucial questions about your expectations and assumptions. What do I truly seek in a partner? What are my deal breakers, and where am I willing to compromise? What qualities in a relationship matter most to me beyond superficial attraction or immediate gratification? These questions are essential because they help you align your desires with your values. Too often, people pursue relationships based on fantasy, habit, or fear of being alone, rather than clarity and self-awareness. A closed door provides the necessary pause to scrutinize your intentions and recalibrate your focus. It encourages you to prioritize quality over quantity, depth over convenience, and compatibility over fleeting chemistry. By reflecting in this way, you become someone who enters relationships intentionally with awareness rather than reactively with desperation. Reflection also involves examining past experiences, patterns, and mistakes. Many people unknowingly repeat behaviors that sabotage their relationships, settling for less than they deserve, avoiding confrontation, or projecting unresolved issues onto partners. A closed door gives you the space to identify these patterns and work on them. It is a time for honest self-assessment and course correction. When you take this step, you are not merely waiting for someone else to open up. You are actively preparing yourself to be the best version of yourself when the timing is right. This preparation involves cultivating emotional intelligence, which includes the ability to manage your emotions, communicate effectively, and empathize with others. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate challenges gracefully and maintain healthy boundaries. By developing these skills during a period of waiting, you position yourself to engage in a more mature, meaningful, and resilient relationship in the future. Preparation also includes expanding your life outside of the realm of romantic pursuit. When your soulmate's door seems closed, it is tempting to focus exclusively on the absence of that connection. But true preparation requires diversifying your experiences, nurturing friendships, pursuing personal goals, and investing in your passions. By doing so, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment and completeness independent of any partner. This independent fulfillment is magnetic. It attracts people who are aligned with your energy, your values, and your vision. It also ensures that when the right person does arrive, you engage with them from a place of abundance rather than neediness, from confidence rather than fear, and from authenticity rather than performance. Another essential aspect of preparation is cultivating patience and trust. Life has a rhythm, and timing cannot be forced. Trying to rush someone or manipulate circumstances rarely results in genuine connection. Patience is not passive waiting. It is an active engagement with the present, a conscious choice to trust the process and respect the timing of life. Trust involves believing not only in the universe's timing, but also in your own readiness. By embracing patience, you reduce anxiety, diminish frustration, and increase clarity. You learn to accept uncertainty as a natural part of life rather than a threat to your happiness. During this period, it is also vital to develop resilience. A closed door may trigger feelings of disappointment, longing, or even despair. These emotions are natural, but they do not have to define your experience. Resilience allows you to process these emotions, learn from them, and move forward without bitterness or self-blame. Resilient individuals see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow, adapt, and strengthen their character. Each experience of waiting, reflecting, and preparing becomes a building block in the foundation of a future relationship that is sustainable, fulfilling, and aligned with your highest values. Rethinking your approach also means expanding your understanding of connection beyond romantic ideals. While the concept of a soulmate is often tied to romantic destiny, human connection is far more nuanced and multifaceted. By nurturing friendships, family bonds, mentorships, and community relationships, you develop relational skills and emotional depth that enhance every aspect of your life. These connections serve as practice, teaching you how to communicate, compromise, and empathize effectively. They also remind you that love and support exist in many forms, and that a closed romantic door does not equate to loneliness or lack of fulfillment. Spiritual reflection often accompanies this process of rethinking. A closed door invites you to explore questions about meaning, purpose, and alignment. Why is this timing significant? What lessons am I meant to learn before this connection becomes possible? This kind of reflection fosters a sense of trust, peace, and alignment with a higher order, whether you perceive it as fate, the universe, or divine guidance. Spiritual growth enhances emotional stability, resilience, and self-awareness, equipping you to approach future relationships with a sense of calm confidence rather than frantic pursuit. Finally, rethinking involves gratitude and mindfulness. Even when desires are unmet, there is always something to appreciate: your personal growth, the lessons learned, the relationships nurtured, and the experiences gained. Gratitude shifts perspective from scarcity to abundance, frustration to acceptance, and longing to insight. Mindfulness keeps you anchored in the present, preventing obsession with the future or regret over the past. Together, gratitude and mindfulness transform the experience of a closed door from a source of pain into a catalyst for growth, clarity, and preparation. By embracing the message of a closed door, by rethinking your approach, reflecting deeply, and preparing intentionally, you transform what initially feels like rejection into an opportunity for empowerment. You become someone who is ready not just for a soulmate, but for a relationship that is meaningful, balanced, and aligned with your true self